I'm here at the home gym, gonna get a workout in, and I was thinking about how so many people stop themselves from building that character and choose to live vicariously through people that have already done it. They find all the time in the world to go online and find the people that have done the thing that they want to do, yet they never get started, right? Like I'm over here at the home gym building my physique. I have an idea of how I want to look, what my mobility is going to look like, how much weight I want to be able to put up. I have an idea of what that goal looks like. And I'm sure that you do as well. However, if you don't take the time to take the first step forward and actually start, it's never going to happen for you, right? And it's the same thing with money, is the same thing with women, is the same thing with everything in your life. So, although it is healthy to consume content of people that have done it and are paving the way for others because it is something intrinsically within the people that have walked the path to turn around and give back and say, "Hey, this is how I've done it and this is how you can do it too." However, if you just stay in analysis paralysis and it's like one more video, I need to consume one more content, I need to read one more book, and you perpetually find yourself in this system of not taking action and consuming, there's only one reason why you're doing that. And that's because you're afraid to take action. That's the main reason. You are afraid to take action. You are looking for an easier way. Whatever has been given to you is not comfortable enough. It's not easy enough. You don't think you have what it takes to actually start. But it's not until you take that first step into the gym and you're like, "All right, well, I'm only bench pressing the bar, so I don't want to be embarrassed, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my first day in the gym. Let's go ahead and start." I remember I was training one of my good friends, and it was funny how it happened. I was showing one of his family members a house that they were interested in buying, and I was wearing just a regular t-shirt, and he was like, "Bro, I see that you're in shape. You're making money. You're doing this. You're doing that. Like I've been wanting to start into going to the gym for a while now, and I just haven't found the time to start." And I was like, "Bro, let's talk about it, right? Come to my house, let's talk about what you want to do, and let's figure it out, right?" So that same day, we sat down, talked about his goals, talked about what he, what was on his mind and what he wanted to accomplish, and we figured out a routine. We're like, you know what? From Monday to Friday, we're going to go to the gym at 5 a.m. We're going to meet at the gym at 5 a.m. and we're going to work out Monday through Friday. Don't worry about what the fuck we're going to do. I'm going to teach you everything. Just follow along and you'll be okay. So he did just that. He did just that. And I understand that some of you may not have somebody within your proximity that could take you under their wing and help you in that fashion. However, there's a lot of people online that you can learn how to work out from, how to do certain exercise to increase what. All of that information is already out there. You could go on Chat GPT and find the information as well. There's no shortage of information today. So with that being said, we started working out, and shit you not, he got on the bench press and the only thing he could fucking lift was the bar, right? But he kept showing up. And I kept showing up because I was like, "Man, this guy's depending on me. I can't flake on this dude." And he was thinking to himself, "Shit, I don't want to disappoint Jose. I already committed to this 5 a.m. every single day. Fuck it. I got to do what I got to do." Within 3 months, he was already bench pressing 45s on each side, squatting 45s on each side. Again, he never lifted in his life. And he finally started to get some momentum. He started to look better. People started to notice that he started shaving some fat off his face. He was building more strength. He was starting to look better. He was starting to feel better. And it was a transformation even within the first 3 months, right? Even after the first day, because something that he shared with me was like, "Man, I don't want to look weak in front of these people. Like I'm only lifting the bar. Like fuck do I look like?" But guess what? I actually think that that's healthy, because if you feel a certain type of way about yourself, not wanting to be embarrassed, not wanting to look like the weak person at the gym, then that means that you don't want to be the weak person at the gym, that you don't want to be the person that you've been this whole time. And that's a powerful realization. So now that you've realized that, Now it's time to go out there and say, okay, I accept that this is who I am and it is what it is, and I'm going to get judged for it. But you know what? The reason why I'm here is because I'm deciding to change. I'm deciding to be somebody that's different, somebody that's stronger, somebody that is more disciplined, somebody that has the proper habits and is building towards becoming that version of himself so that when he actually looks in the mirror, the person looking back, he's proud of. Wow, I've built something. I've built some momentum. I changed my life, right? I transformed. I pivoted from who I was and who I identified with and who I was ashamed to be to somebody that I'm more proud of, right? To somebody that inspires me and that I could also start to admire, start to respect myself more, start to carry myself with a bit of more posture, right? Start to feel like a fucking man. And that's what it's about. You'll start to feel more like somebody that you can respect, that you can trust, somebody that exudes more confidence once you start to take the proper steps in the right direction. It's not going to be another video that you're going to watch. It's not going to be another book that you're going to read. Is when you actually start to move the needle forward. There's a lot of positive habits that you can apply to yourself. However, just make sure that those habits that you're applying to yourself are taking you in the right direction, right? There's got to be a point where it's just like, all right, no more fucking videos, no more books, none of this shit. Let me work, right? 80% work, 20% education or consumption or however you want to call it. And as long as you follow that, you're going to be okay. You're going to be more than okay. You're actually going to transform your life and you're going to be that person that at one point in your life you were looking forward to and saying, damn, like only if I could be that person, right? And there's a specific saying that I always say, right? It's being your own hero. And I really believe in that. Being your own hero, not just accepting some external force to be your hero. No. How can you be your own hero? How can you be more accountable? How can you have ownership over the responsibilities that you have, who you've been, instead of denial, instead of being in that victim mentality and that victim mindset? How can I have ownership over my own decisions? Everything is my fault and be the change that I want to see in the world. That's what it's about.